To say that Jedi Survivor has kind of been up for a lot of scrutiny lately would be sort of like an understatement, to be honest with you, but I finally completed the game, and today I want to give you my final official thoughts on the overall game. Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. I am Robert Storms. Please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe button. So yes, Jedi Survivor has had a lot of performance issues when it launched. Some people are sensitive to that topic, some people aren't. Some people notice it, some people don't. But the fact of the matter is, it was performance issues across all three platforms, from PC to Xbox to PlayStation 5. It was something that was severely documented. I documented it, even talked about it in a video where people called me a liar, even though I had video evidence of it, and even though I didn't show all the bugs and crashes that happened. The game did crash on me multiple times. I did have live streams where it crashed, so the game did have a lot of performance issues. Even when the patch came out, there were still performance issues, in some cases actually worse. But I pushed through the game, completed the game, and now I'm going to give you my thoughts of the game overall. The good, the bad, the ugly. The positive side here is the gameplay is fantastic. Gameplay is absolutely phenomenal. If you played Fallen Order, they take that gameplay and then they give you even more power-ups and more freedom in the second game. You have these different stances where you can dual-wield lightsabers or have a cross-guard lightsaber, double-edged lightsaber. So many different options for you to play the way you want to play. I like to use the cross guard and the dual lightsaber, but I mostly ran through the game with the single blade because I'm old-fashioned. What can I say? And one of the cool things about the stance is that each one has its own skill tree, as well as your force power. So there's a lot of different things to do. So even if you go back and complete the game, play New Game Plus, which I'm going to do as soon as it's completely fixed, I'm going to go back and run through this the way the game is supposed to be ran through. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. But I'm absolutely going back and playing this game again once everything is 100% fixed, because I like the different skills they have. I want to try different varieties. Jedi Fallen Order was very, very good in what it did, but it takes the concept of Jedi Fallen Order and it just expands it. The gameplay is just phenomenal. The things that you are able to do and able to go and explore, it just really opens up the world. It really takes the Jedi Fallen Order concept and really expands it and gives the player a lot more freedom to do things that wasn't available in the previous game. The story of this game, I think, started off really slow, and it really picked up in the last two chapters. It really surprised me because I wasn't really feeling the story whatsoever. Again, I'm going to harken back to the original game where you're fighting these Inquisitors and you're trying to protect these Jedi in hiding before the Inquisitors come in. So I was really digging the overall plot of Jedi Fallen Order, where this one was completely different. I wasn't really liking a couple of the newer characters. I wasn't really liking where the story was going with the Jedi Survivor. But once you get to the last two chapters of the game, there's like this twist, and once that twist happens, the final two chapters is like all steam ahead. You are in it to win it now. The story really picks up. There's some twists, there's some turns, there's some crying moments, there's some action-packed moments. It is definitely worth playing through to get to those last two chapters. I wish the rest of the game was like that. I wish the other 80% of the game was like that. I thought we opened up really strong on Coruscant. That was a fantastic opening, but then it just kind of like slugs around to where you go to like, hey, I'm going to this planet. Oh, I need to go back to Jeddah to do this. Hey, I'm going back to this planet to do this. Oh wait, I gotta go back and talk to Siren Jeddah again. It's like, man, I wish this was Star Trek and we could just teleport there, because I'm tired of going to a planet to Jeddah, planet to Jeddah, planet to Jeddah. It's driving me nuts. But yeah, though, it really picked up in the final two chapters, and even the title Jedi Survivor means multiple different things. You think it means one particular thing, but once you look at it at the context of the overall plot and narrative, Jedi Survivor means multiple things, and I think that is really fascinating. When you can look at something and see that it has so many different layers, that is what makes the story. That is what makes a great story. So I think overall, Jedi Survivor had a slow story, but it really picked up. And most importantly, when I finished, I want to continue on. I want to know what happens next. Here's hoping we get a third game. And please, please, please don't let it be broken. Please. Unfortunately, guys, this is where we get to the negative part of the review. I said the gameplay was awesome, liked the skill trees, liked the new stances. I thought the story really picked up in the final two chapters, But now we have to talk about the bad, and that is the performance. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people wrote comments in my previous video saying I'm crazy, that I'm lying. It's a 10 out of 10 on PlayStation 5. They're not seeing any kind of crashes. And the fact of the matter is, guys, a lot of people might not even notice it. It really depends how good your eye is when it comes to gaming. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people can't tell when it comes to resolutions and frame rate. Some people can't tell 720p to 1080p or 30 frames to 60 frames. That's just a real thing. So it's not that you're wrong. If you didn't notice it and you're having a fun time playing it, that's fantastic. Unfortunately, there are some people, unfortunately like me, that noticed it and saw the screen tearing and saw the frame rate drop and saw the resolution dip. There was times in this game where it was very pixelated, where it dropped like 720p, and I'm playing on a 4K monitor with a PlayStation 5 in performance mode, and it's just dropping frame rates, it's dropping resolution, there's screen tearing. There were several times in the game where the game crashed on me, where I had objects floating, I had my gun floating, I was jumping on a wall and I was either floating on the wall, or I floated through a bridge or through a building, or there was so many different performance issues. But even though they sent out the patch really didn't fix everything, and in some cases I felt like it kind of made it worse. The further you get into the game, the worse the performance actually gets, and hopefully Respawn and EA gets out a patch ASAP, and hopefully within 2 months from now this game is fixed, it's working great, solid 60 frames per second, 1080p 4K resolution, because I think it's a fantastic game. It just has those performance problems, and by all means I'm not saying that this is like the only game that does it. A lot of developers nowadays, they just ship out their games. We're paying $70 to get the broken and worse versions of these games, and truth be told, 6 months down the line you can get the game 50% off and way better performance, way better quality game. It's crazy how the video game industry works. It's the only industry where you can ship a broken product, charge full price, and don't have to, suffer any kind of blowback from that. So in the end, did I enjoy Jedi Survivor? And the answer to that question is very simply yes. I had a fun time playing, even with the glitches and everything. Live streaming this game and playing it and having fun with everybody in the chat, watching all the performance issues, and then watching this great story develop in front of you, the gameplay, everything. Like, it was a fun time, and that's the most important thing, because when we play video games, we play to have fun. It's an escapism, it's a way to entertain ourselves, and Jedi Survivor did that. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend anyone go out and pay full price for this thing. But if you just hold still, I believe there will be a sale within 4 or 5 months, and you can get this game pretty cheap, and it'll be a much better game. And as of now, where the game sits, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Hopefully when the patches come out, I can go back and revisit this game, and who knows, maybe I'll do a revisit review, and maybe that score will jump up to about a 9. But as of right now, I have no choice but to review the game as it is, and unfortunately with that performance, it kind of struggles. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed the review. Please be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. How do you feel about Jedi Survivor? Have you completed it? What's your overall thoughts of the game? What would you score? Leave those comments in the comment box below. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you for watching.